So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, Vivek Mahbubani, and my co-host who is...
Mohammed Magdi.
That's right, we had to hyphenate our names for our new listeners who are just joining in. Hopefully a lot of new listeners, we never know.
Yeah, I think we're getting... It's funny because when you take a break even for a week, people think you're just like kind of gone, and then you come back and they're really excited.
Right, and they're like, cool. Oh, we have to appreciate it. We shouldn't take it for granted.
Yeah.
So which is why you will find a lot of times we might do a show, it's not funny. It's not that we don't want to be funny. We're trying to show you appreciation of like, you should have appreciated the previous show when we were funny.
That's right.
Now this is the feeling of not laughing.
Yeah.
So the next time, you come here ready to laugh.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So we never bombed. We did it strategically.
No, we never
not
bombed.
Not to make you laugh. So you kind of go like, you know what? I remember what it feels like not to laugh.
Yeah.
So let me appreciate the next show when they are funny again. Right, yeah.
Actually, you can get in touch and let us know what are your favorite episodes this year.
Yeah.
Since I really enjoyed the chat with Ollie Horn, by the way, because obviously like we're all like pretty good friends, and the fact that Ollie has such an extensive experience now, like touring and stuff, his stories are pretty
crazy,
funny.
yeah. He's seen a lot of things in different parts of the world that a lot of us haven't even seen ourselves as well.
No, that's right.
I mean, the funny thing is actually, he did message me and say someone had listened to the episode with us, who's apparently my fan, and they're like, "Oh, it's very cool. Where can I see you?"
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, there you go. You got a new fan, dude.
Yeah.
And immediately I refreshed his Instagram. I'm like, oh, he actually got one more follower.
As opposed to you every time you do that. So I actually didn't ask you to, like, because I've not looked at someone's Instagram as it's exploding, like their own, like their own profile, like the notifications and stuff.
Yeah.
What is it like for you now? And also for people who don't know, like give a little bit of backstory.
Okay.
Or actually update from the last week until now.
All right. So right now, my Instagram has hit 34,000 followers as compared to 1 week ago when we finished the episode. We had 14,000.
Right.
From 13,000 to 14,000.
Yeah.
And so what happened is I uploaded one of my little bits that I really like, which is a joke about how the happiness in Hong Kong is when you're alone in the lift and you see your friend running towards the lift and your hand presses the door close button. And as the doors are closing, your happiness keeps increasing. Right? It's as simple as a 20-second bit.
Which is also like, I saw the bit, and obviously I saw you do the extended thing many times. And it's crazy to me that this is not even the full joke.
It's not the full joke.
You just cut like a few literally 20 seconds of the bit.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's just like, that changes your life.
Right?
Basically.
It's ridiculous. Like, it just breaks your heart. You're like, why even bother doing anything anymore?
Yeah.
So the funny thing is I did the English bit. I put that up first, right?
Right.
And then I put the Chinese bit on the day we did the recording with Ollie. And that bit has the slight extension.
Sure.
So the extension is that's why the happiest job in Hong Kong is not your doctors and lawyers and bankers. The happiest job in Hong Kong are the MTR drivers.
Right.
Because all they do all day with like 40, 50 doors, watching people run. Like,
I don't think I saw you do that in English.
Long time, man. I literally, when I was going through my archives, I'm like, oh, I forgot that tag.
That's a great tag. Yeah,
right, exactly. Yeah, so that's
you can actually even like like play with the audience. Like, what do you think the happiest job? Because they will never guess.
They'll never guess at the MTR.
No one will ever guess. Exactly, but then that's funny.
So the funny thing is, I actually got messaged by MTR drivers.
What?
Yeah, they actually was like, dude.
That's like the new level of like, that's a level.
That's another level. Like, and they're like, actually, it's pretty fun.
That's awesome. Can you ask one of them to come on the podcast?
It's Chinese, Cantonese.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them speak English.
I'll talk to them. I can message them. So actually, I had another tag, right? The tag is that you can imagine after a day driving trains, all the drivers are having a drink at the bar, and they're like, hey, man, how many people did you squeeze the door with?
Right.
And they're like, I just only got two. Two? What station do you work at, man? 22,
Yeah.
And like that whole thing, and they actually talk about how they were like, yeah, actually, we sometimes will discuss among ourselves.
That's amazing.
About how like, oh, today there was this idiot, he was running and he couldn't get in, I'm like, oh, dude, it's full on, man. It was so bizarre.
I guess it's crazy because when you have a certain number, when you reach a certain number of followers, you basically have access to every
statistically you have
access to every job or every kind of
you
personality.
One person in every type of job.
Like you're probably now followed by someone who's higher up in the government. I mean, you were always followed by someone higher up.
I've always been, yes, but hopefully this time they're paying attention.
Exactly. This time they're following as a fan, not because it was their job.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is weird. They're like, I'm not watching him critically anymore.
Exactly.
I'm watching him entertainingly.
Maybe they like when they saw that clip, they unfollowed and refollowed as a fan.
Yeah. Or they went to their personal account
Exactly.
and refollowed that back. They're like, okay, I'm good with this
Not
guy.
the .gov.hk
Yeah, exactly.
account.
Yeah, it's just the .hk account. It's like, back to normal, man. No, so like this is the weird thing. This last week, what's happened is, first of all, lots of followers. And I'll tell you, this is the whole dynamic. I've never had this happen to me before.
Sure.
Because my Facebook's exploded, but back then the notifications were not so good, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is now, every time you refresh, your little heart icon for IG will pop up how many likes you recently got, how many new followers, and how many tags and everything, right? So two things happen. Number one, when there's 100 followers, as in if you don't check your notification and you get 100 or plus followers, it's just 100 new followers. It doesn't go to 999.
Right.
Just 100.
Yeah.
But when you refresh your follow, you're like, oh, that's another, let's see, 500, right? Okay. Secondly, when people tag you or reshare your post as a story, you get told.
That's new.
Yeah, that's quite new.
That was not always the case in Instagram.
Okay. So I didn't realize that, and I was like, they're tagging me.
Because the amount of shares even is very new. I think that's literally in the last like few months.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think you can now see when people are sharing you.
And when you say sharing, does it mean they put it on their story or send it to each other?
On the story.
Only on their story.
Only on the story.
Okay.
They send it to each other, you don't see it. But you see the number of sends, but you don't know who sent what.
I do see the number of sends.
In the
That's
insights,
cool.
you can see like, how many people sent it. Yeah, how many people shared it. Okay, so however, the story thing's pretty cool. And usually what I like to do, I'll like every story. I'm like, hey, thanks for supporting.
Of course.
But if they leave a comment, like some of them will be like, oh, for real. Or like, oh my God. Like this one guy about the lift joke, right? And in Chinese, he's like, oh my God, I do this all the time. I'm definitely going to hell. Now, some of them allow you to give them a comment back.
Sure.
So when I see that they put a comment, I will give them another reply to that.
Nice.
And I was like,
that kind of keeps it
kind of keeps going, right? And I told them, I was like, the funniest thing is to get into hell, you have to take a lift. And I bet you that lift won't even have a door close button.
Right.
And you can never close the door. You're always stuck in the lift trying to get into hell.
Right.
And he's coming back to me. He's like, oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah, exactly. You know. So it's pretty interesting. I must say this level of interaction I've never expected.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Of course, you get a few. I had like one spam comment of like, oh, this is really dumb, that kind of stuff. I'm like, whatever. I don't really care about that. You know?
Yeah, but I saw you. We talked about this on the episode last week. I saw you also like kind of interact with people who are like, this is not funny or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you still doing it? Or
not
like
that
with
much.
the number of comments?
With the number of comments, I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with this. Even now, I'm just like, look, when I see someone say it's not funny, I'm like, well, great. I mean, good for you. I mean, let's be very honest. The algorithm of Instagram doesn't care if you said not funny. They only saw one new comment.
Exactly.
And I'm like, buddy,
thanks for helping me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Great. I guess that was your objective. Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's what happens. And basically, I will be honest with you, there have been moments of addiction.
Of course.
Where it's just so much fun flicking and refreshing that page.
Of course.
Going like, okay, come on, man. 23.1. Come on. 23.2.
Yeah.
And
then because that's your own also like OCD that you talked about many times.
And I'm like,
exact number. You're like, you're setting targets to yourself.
Dude, I'm losing like, I remember 23.9K at one night. And I was like lying there. I'm like, buddy, I need 30. I need 24. I need to hit that 24.
You can also totally use that too. Like you can post on now that you have the following, you can post on the stories like, come on guys, I need to go to sleep. We need like 50 more.
Help me out, man.
Yeah, help me out, man.
Either tell 20 people to follow me or 80 people unfollow me right now.
Oh, that's so funny. Yes, yeah.
Like one of the, I don't care. Right now, you don't
need a round number.
Exactly. Yeah, people. It's not about followers, dude. I cannot sleep. I
That's
bet you
right.
anything they'll be messing me up.
Yeah.
They'll be sitting there watching. It's like 24K, and they're like, "Fuck it."
Or even people like I would if I'm following someone and do that, I'll just keep following and unfollowing.
Yeah. Just
because
there's
no harm to it.
There's no harm in it.
Just to fuck with your numbers.
And I bet you what they'll do, because they know like what happens is round figures. So let's say you have 23,000 and 47 people.
Sure.
It'll still say 23,000.
Yeah.
The moment it gets to 23,000, let's say 100
is 23.1.
That's where you screw. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And that's where you screw me. And that's when I'm just like, why did you do that?
Oh my God.
Honestly, it's weird because like I will see the number of new followers, and let's say the new followers 59. In my head, I'm like, I'm screwed, dude. And what I do is I don't even refresh the page. I cannot look at that.
You're right.
I can't see because I know that's going to screw me now.
Yeah.
I've definitely got the
that is
rounded up
okay,
number.
but you're right. Like there is a level of obsession that you should obviously be careful with.
For sure. I mean, in that case, it's quite...
are people sending you like? Are there any weird interactions so far? Like
No, so
some
far.
girl like propositioning you or something?
Okay, so I've actually had... Okay, so I did it's in the comments, okay?
Yeah.
This one girl on my Chinese bit was like, oh, this is a copy. You've copied someone. And because I saw this...
Is she referring to you copying
Yes.
yourself? No way.
Dude, it's in the
that's
comments.
so funny. I guess it's in Chinese or is it in English?
Okay, so you know what? Let me quickly scroll.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's so bizarre, right? So this is what happened. Basically, if I remember correctly, correctly. Let me try to find the comment because like I told her I was like, I think you are referring to me. And
Yeah,
then, like,
but I mean,
after-
that's still technically she's right. You did copy.
I did copy
your
but it was-
own
exactly.
other bit in English, right?
Exactly, right? And then so the funny thing is that afterwards, after like a day or something, she's like, "Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. That is you. That actually is you." And I was like, "Dude, what?"
So was she referring to the English video?
I'm trying
Or-
to. Okay, so I'm trying to see because I put the English video first.
Right,
So I'm
right.
guessing she probably saw the English video first, and then saw the Chinese video saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
this guy's a copycat."
Right.
Right,
Oh,
and that's
so
why she
funny.
come like, oh, this is an actual copy. You know, I
Yeah.
saw the same thing before. You've copied someone, and then so and I was like, when I saw that, I was like, in the beginning, I'm like, what? Who the hell?
Yeah.
Why would this?
That's a very specific bit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is pretty specific. I'm like, and the fact that I said Hong Kong and everything, I highly doubt anybody is so
Yeah.
specific saying, oh, they're doing Hong Kong as well. I mean,
I mean,
would
that
know.
said, like we were saying with Ollie last week, like
Yeah.
you can always be like, I mean, who does not enjoy that? Oh, it's the interaction.
over here.
Oh, it's in English.
It's in English.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
All
so
right, let
read
me
it.
read that. So let's put her on blast.
Yeah.
Stacy with with two E's at the end. Staciee. If you want to follow her.
Yeah, please.
The idea is copying another one. I just watched a few days ago and it's exactly the same. Or maybe the other copy him. I don't know.
All right.
Vivek goes, at Stacy, did you actually see me copying me? I posted an English version of myself saying the same bit a few days ago. Haha. Oh my god. May I apologize? And I just found out it's you in the English version. Because I found it so hilarious and I saved it. You go, haha, no apologies necessary. You made my day by thinking I'm two different people. Also, she's racist.
Yeah.
Probably. She goes, probably I have face blindness. The fuck is face
I
blindness?
don't know, dude.
It could be your new topic. People don't recognize people when speaking another language. And you go, please don't worry, people mix me up with other Indians all the time. Amazing.
Yeah. So when that happened, at first, I honestly had a moment of doubt of like, wait, what? Huh?
Yeah.
No, because it will break my heart if it turns out someone actually had this very similar
Yeah.
bit. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How do I not know this, right?
Because it's also not a personal bit. So
Yeah.
technically, people can come up with that.
Exactly. It's not
Yeah.
my personal story. It's just
Sure.
my take or my phrasing.
Of course,
right?
it's also your brand is observational. So
Exactly,
it's an
yeah, yeah.
observation.
It's very common,
Yeah.
right? And then so I remember when I saw that, I was like, okay, this is pretty interesting.
If you guys are listening and you have a minute on Instagram,
Yeah.
just for the heck of it, tag Stacy
Yeah.
or slide into her DMs and just be like, yo, what the hell? Stop being so racist.
No.
Staciee.
Yeah. And what you should do, send her a message and show two Indian faces, and then be like, are they the same
Yeah.
or are they different? Dun, dun, dun.
You have videos and photos and stuff from like 2007.
Yeah.
Where you had hair.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should send her that.
So she actually commented on my 2007 video that I
She did.
posted.
And
with-
she's like, oh, that's a third person.
yeah, and then she actually said, "Oh, I think I saw this one. I thought it wasn't you." Something like that.
Right.
And I was
Oh,
like,
that's so
"All right,
funny.
it's fine. It's okay. I get it. You know." And I just found it so funny. I'm like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe this is actually
And you
happening."
guys should send her the episode. Go like, hey, they spent a few minutes talking about you.
Yeah, exactly, right? and then finally, my followers just go down by one.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, I can't sleep again
Yeah.
tonight. What's happening?
But yeah,
man?"
obviously having the access to the dashboard that also shows you how many unfollows now.
I don't. Yeah. You can see the whole thing.
Are you obsessing over that as well?
Oh, dude, she actually did say, "See what they said on my 2007 video."
Oh, what did she say? Like,
what I do.
oh yeah, in English, yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, before you answer me, I thought this is the third. Oh my god, she really thought. You know, I can't blame you. I had so much hair back then.
Yeah.
She genuinely thought you're three
She really
different
thought,
people.
yeah, three different people, man.
Is she just like I don't want to be so harsh,
No,
but is
no.
she like just simple?
She probably, I don't know, man. I think she just basically decided, you know what? I feel everyone's unique in their own way.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
feel that even though you're the same person, you're different every day. You know, one of those things that you probably read one of those books.
Is she not like? Does she not know that she's commenting on the same account? That's the craziest part.
You know, the funny thing is like she probably saw the funny and was like, oh, okay. But then she saw the VIVEK and she's
Yeah.
like, I have no idea what that means.
Right.
So she probably mixes up the letters. I guess
Yeah.
it's all spelled the same way.
Yeah,
you
all
know.
the comedians have to have funny in the beginning.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. Yeah, this is funny Vivek. This is funny Vivek.
Oh my
and this
God.
is funny Vivek. You know.
And maybe because they know you as Avi in
Yeah.
Cantonese,
So there's a
right?
lot of that, yeah.
Like even the Vivek name might not make sense.
May not click, yeah.
immediately.
They won't see the V's and everything, yeah.
That's
So,
so
I mean, that
funny.
was, I think, out of all them, Stacey, I'm going to say your comment was the most hilarious to me.
Yeah,
I'm not
agree.
trying to be like, are you idiot and stuff, but I'm just like, dude, you
I
stood
mean,
out.
I am.
Yeah, you are, yeah. But when I saw that, I was like, honestly, at the moment, like, this, I didn't expect.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect. And I honestly wrote it down in my notes.
You
I was
did?
like, this is
That's great.
going to happen
I mean,
one day,
that's
man.
obviously like I feel like that would also make it in your act. Like
I
a
think
little
it
bit.
will
Yeah.
eventually. Like even if it's not like some sort of thing, I might have like a visual part of my
Yeah.
act where I'm like people. So recently, with my social media kind of growing,
Yeah.
I wanted to say, I'm attracting a certain type of audience.
Exactly.
And I've never expected that. So there we go. I've actually written down. Someone complained that my Chinese comedy bits on IG was a copy of some foreign English bits. Turns out it was my own bit. They couldn't tell I'm the same guy. This is the type of fan I have.
Yeah.
Where they like me, but not me.
Yeah. That's great.
They're like, I like your stuff, but you don't. I don't really care much for that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So aside from people not recognizing you, do you have any like weird DMs, like people coincidentally, or the weirdest one, or like
the weirdest DMs I've had where people. Okay, so this week, coincidentally, right after this thing went viral, I had 5 different schools lined up to go to comedy, right? So some schools
that was already lined up from a while ago.
Yeah. So I had some
and
schools
explain to people the school talks a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, schools invite me for different reasons. Number one could be for cultural studies. They get me to talk about my life growing up in Hong Kong. The other one is basically this week was reading week. So they got me to basically talk about reading, the importance of that, and also how I tell stories.
Right.
I got English week as well to show them English is fun as well. I've had just today was more basically telling them, hey, you know what? Every day is your choice. You kind of decide how you want to see things. A little bit more positive mindset
cool.
kind of
and
thing.
And how long is the talk usually?
Generally goes from 20 minutes all the way to an hour and a half.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
An hour and a half. No break?
No break.
Oof.
Yeah. So I've actually this week, if you add it all up, I've done around 6+ hours worth of school talking. Anyway.
Yeah.
So coincidentally, it had been lined up.
Sure.
Now I went to a school. I think it was in Kowloon Tong. I went to a school, all girls school, and everything. And I'm at backstage, and I can kind of see the audience. They can see me, and immediately see 1 or 2 girls pointing at me, and they start doing this door close gesture with their arms because they've seen the IG thing, right?
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, hold on a second. Have you guys all seen the video and everything?
Yeah.
And it was weird because many of them had seen it, but they actually still didn't realize that I'm the guy.
Register, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hold on a second, is that the same guy?
She just saw a viral comedian doing a thing.
Yeah, it just happens to be some guy that speaks in Cantonese, whatever, right?
Wow.
So the funny thing is that schools have been contacting me saying, oh, can you come to our school? Come out. Students are contacting me, hey, can you come to my school? I'm like, buddy, just tell your teacher.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. So that, I think, were the weirdest DMs where I've got people contacting me, kids saying, oh, I see you went to other schools.
Oh, you're definitely on some list now.
Oh, for
With
sure.
the amount of underage girls going, can you come to my school?
Two out of the 5 schools this week were all girls schools.
Oh, no.
And if you go to my Instagram now, you'll like to see a photo.
I'm not going to Instagram ever. I'm following you right now.
It was funny because I actually posted one where it's me doing a selfie with a bunch of girls behind me, and immediately other comedians are messaging me like, dude, that's so wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
only comedians exactly would have this thought because they're just fucked in the head.
Exactly.
Everyone else is like, oh, this is awesome. He's doing a talk and everything.
Yeah, they like
comedians
this guy.
Fucking perv.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, look at me. Look at these all behind me, right? What have I done with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
but if you genuinely I feel like if you have so many teenage girls messaging you, I feel like automatically you will be put on some weird list.
I'm sure Instagram right
sorts.
now. That's probably why Instagram is probably not letting people add me anymore.
Yeah.
Probably we got to have a little. Hold on a second. We got to quarantine this guy. But yeah, something not right.
Yeah.
The weird thing though is that I did go to a school. Actually, I think the other girls' school, and I told them, I was like, I just want to let you all know that had you told me 20 years ago when I was in secondary school, that hey man, one day you're going to be invited to an all-girls school and you're going to have 500 girls staring at you saying, talk to me.
Yeah.
You will not believe that.
Right, yeah.
It's so bizarre, right? And I was thinking I cannot believe this is actually happening.
That's crazy.
20 years ago, you would
when you were invisible.
Yeah,
basically.
you would never even acknowledge me.
Yeah.
And now you're like, please, can you come to our school, please, and talk to us?
Well, in their defense, it wasn't them. It was their moms.
True.
Right.
Yeah, it was their moms.
It was literally their moms who ignored you.
Yeah. So I should actually, the next time I go to school, I just wanted you all to go home and tell your mom.
Exactly.
Hey, mom, remember this guy? Remember this guy?
I mean, statistically, maybe. I mean, I don't know how the math. I feel like. Maybe?
If I've done, let's say, 1,000 students, right? Basically, if I've done a school where there's 1,000 students over there, statistically, there must be one mom who at some point had heard of me.
Yes.
Or had seen a show or something.
Yeah.
And probably went ugh.
Right.
One of those, Yeah. So I'm sure,
No, but when because the high school is 15 years old?
Basically, from 12 to 18-ish.
So when their mom was in high school, would it be at the same time you were in high school?
Probably. I mean,
another way to think about it.
Too long. Yeah, no.
Yeah, another way to think about it. If you had kids when you were 25. No, actually, that makes sense.
I'm 49. Yeah, okay, so 15. Yeah, possible.
People here have kids
True,
mid-20s.
25, 26. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, fair enough. It could be,
Perfect.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So,
Dude,
you should add that next time. You should go back, tell your mom, remember.
Yeah. And the best thing is, it'll be the day will come when, let's say an ex has a kid and the kid's at school. Yeah. And this guy's so funny.
Yeah.
Goes home and tells their dad, this guy was so hilarious.
Yeah.
Mom, this guy's the best guy ever. Oh, my God. And mom's just like, Man. And then she
Damn it.
turns and looks at her husband and is like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her husband's all like fat on the
Yeah,
couch.
right? And not even funny. Doesn't
Not-
even talk.
not even exactly.
Yeah, sits there eating dinner. He's like, ugh, this
Yeah, yeah.
rice again, right? One of those things. Oh, my God, karma, man.
She's like, yeah, could have married him.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Had,
like, oh, why?
Beautiful mixed kids.
Right, exactly. Right now, look at this, what I've got. Purebred crap. Oh, man.
It all worked out.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What about you? I mean, so this week, basically, I have seen that the Hong Kong vibe's coming back now, first of all.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it really is, right? You can
It's
see-
actually making me excited because we might have mentioned it a couple of times that I have not yet lived in like normal Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And it's still, I would say, I would give it 70%
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Correct. Yeah.
And we don't know if we'll get to 100%. That is like, 2014 Hong Kong, but maybe we'll get to 90%,
Yeah, fair enough,
which is
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But like I have seen the 100% Hong Kong because I used to come down from Shanghai all the time.
Yeah.
And now the fact that I see tourists, like I went to Kowloon a few times
Dude, a lot.
This week. Yeah, because, buying stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And just seeing tourists in like the ladies market, haggling with the guy.
Yeah.
Like to quote our buddy Garen Chu, is like, we're now back to Hong Kong crazy. Like Hong Kong problems.
Yeah.
That are just so like in bigger picture stuff, stupid.
Nothing, yeah.
And nothing because
Yeah.
it's still a very developed, like very advanced city.
Yeah.
That in comparison to the rest of the world,
Yeah.
we're doing really well.
I mean, I'll tell you this. It's been like almost 4 years since I've had someone get onto a bus and ask the driver, does this go to this place?
There you go.
Like, you fucking idiot.
Exactly.
And I'm like, you know what? Welcome, buddy. It's good to have you back, man. It's good to have you back.
We where my buddy Nico was visiting me from Shanghai.
Yeah.
And we were getting off the tram, and Nico has an octopus car, but it's on his phone, on his iPhone, and it just wouldn't beep.
Yeah.
And I've watched that like him like trying to go like, can I? And then obviously the tram driver just needs to go.
Yeah.
Because there's a traffic light.
Yeah.
And I watched like I couldn't even help because I tried to tap my octopus
can't do it
card, but
again,
you can't
yeah.
do it twice.
Yeah.
So I was just watching. I actually decided to step on the curb and just watch the interaction beautifully.
man.
And I kind of enjoyed it because the tram driver was so mad at him.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I asked him to just get off.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes like the tram driver would just let you go.
Yeah, just go.
But then tram driver would not let him go.
Oh, damn.
And then it's really tense.
Yeah.
And at the end, I'm like, Nico, you just have to put the lowest amount of money you have.
Whatever.
And you're not going to get change.
Yeah, $5, $10, who cares? Just put it
Exactly.
in,
So
yeah.
the tram was $3. He put 20. And then it was just like, and again I had the same thought. Welcome to Hong Kong, buddy.
Welcome to Hong Kong, buddy. It's like time is money, man.
Exactly.
I'd rather you
And
lose
he
your
put it, and he's like, change, and I'm
Yeah.
like, just get out before
Not
he
happening.
runs
Yeah,
you over.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You really costed him more than that.
And you know what the funny thing is? I bet you the driver's probably already doing the math. He's like, this is why your friend should have tried to get off first.
Yeah.
And he realized he couldn't.
Yeah.
Puts the 20 and you get free.
Exactly.
And then the guys behind him gets another, like, he could be like, hey, I cover all you guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Technically you could.
Yeah.
People behind him would be like, you are a rock star. For $3, I like
if
you.
he had thought faster, he would have been like, all right, 7 people after
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
On me.
Yeah, on me. People like, come on down, right? Yeah, exactly.
He should have stood at the door and just
Yeah.
like waved like a traffic police officer.
Yeah,
just
hey,
like, hey, you, come
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Even if it's not your station, just come off now.
Yeah,
It's free.
yeah, exactly. Go take the next tram, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing, right? Dude, that would have been so cool. Like,
Yeah.
people at first are like, oh my God, this idiot. Yeah. And he's like, oh, free ride. Like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool. We don't
exactly.
mind. I think that's the weird thing, like, I found in Hong Kong is that we have this weird extreme. I've got less now, but like, very often when you come to saving money, you forget the time factor. Like,
Yeah.
I still find myself going out of my way to go beep a $2 discount.
I know,
onto this.
yeah.
And I'm like, wait, I just spent five minutes walking over there to do a $2 discount. I could have gone home and done something and made like
Right.
$20 with that time.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just like, well, it does feel good.
It does feel good. I mean, it also feels like you're just like, it's like finding something on the street.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you feel like you're not supposed to have it, and
you just got it. You're like,
just
hey.
that feeling is already kind of cool,
And
right?
the $2 discount, you kind of go like, dude, I deserve something now.
Yeah.
I deserve to go get an ice cream or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. It's just stupid stuff, man. yeah. But
And the other thing is, people now going more often to Macau,
Yeah.
which is also pretty cool, I
you
guess.
just
Like
pop
just
in,
for,
pop out. Yeah, no big deal, right?
yeah, I went a couple of weeks ago with a friend for the day, and it was fun. Like it was because the last time I went was like 2014. So to see like Macau is so weirdly different, but
It's not as packed as normally, though.
which is good.
It's good.
I think.
See, I think Macau now is a good amount of packed. They still got a lot of tourists. Not saying it's empty, but not enough where before you're like, oh my God, dude, I am like in a herd right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty good.
But like the old parts, because I live in Shangwan, which is like old part of town.
Yeah.
And it's so the old part of Macau is so different from what Changwon is, and to me that's really interesting.
Yeah, the
because I
contrast.
like old parts of
Sure,
towns
yeah. You go to
anyway.
the inner roads of Macau and you're like, oh,
Exactly.
that's nice. Like
Yeah.
the casino's like, whatever. We all seen that. But it's
Yeah.
the inner roads. You're like, oh, this is really old school store.
super old school
Yeah,
store.
you get the old feeling over there.
And
The
then
roads are kind of
the
like
fact that
narrow.
all the signs are in only Portuguese and Chinese
Yeah.
and no English.
Yeah.
is very confusing. I
Yeah.
think to tourists.
Yeah.
Because even the taxi drivers who would speak Chinese, they understand the names of the streets in Portuguese, but
Yeah.
they don't speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
But they just know the names of the street.
Yeah, they've heard it enough times that like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Macau was nice. The last time I was there, we had a Cantonese gig over there as well.
Right.
And there's an audience there, definitely. They want to see comedy. But of course, the exposure to Cantonese comedy there is limited to maybe the Hong Kong celebrities, which means like 20 years ago kind of quality
Sure.
of comedy.
Yeah.
But it's improving with the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's happening. But I'm very curious though. So like as you can see, my comedy career expands from the comedy clubs all the way to schools and all these kind of weird gigs. I've done enough outside comedy club gigs where I'm pretty sure like any sort of weird gig you can mention, I might have had something similar to it.
Sure.
What about you? Have you done any like weird or non-traditional comedy kind of gigs?
Well, we talked about one that we did with the birthday people.
Yes. That was
If you-
classic, man.
If you don't, I don't know which episode, but if you scroll down enough, you'll find the story.
Yeah. So just to recap real quick.
Yeah.
Basically, someone had a birthday at their home.
Yeah.
And they wanted to have us host, the kind of semi-MC the thing.
Yeah.
Because it was virtual during COVID time.
Right.
And they normally have all their friends over and stuff. So they want to do it virtually.
And they're fans of both of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they booked us and they had Mo as the kind of welcome MC.
Yeah.
And I was like in their bedroom, oddly enough, waiting for the husband to bring the wife
Yes.
over to be entertained by me in
Yes.
their bedroom.
And the wife, exactly. Which now, in hindsight, the husband just hired another guy,
Yeah.
put him in the bedroom,
Yeah.
as entertainment for his birthday, for his wife's birthday.
Exactly, yeah. It's like I'd like to hire you to go perform in the bedroom and make her feel something. It's like what?
And
I'm very confused.
the wife didn't know about this at all. This was all a surprise.
Yeah.
And they're coming back from dinner.
Yeah.
And like the helpers had to like help us set up, and we're basically hiding in the house.
Yeah.
Which is a big, beautiful house on the peak or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she comes, like the kids were in on it. Everyone
Yeah.
is in on it,
It's
but
just
the wife.
Yeah.
And then she basically walked through the living room that was dark.
Yes.
And we turned on the light, and it was just me.
Use you now. Also picture Mo during that time we were requested to keep our masks on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So here is Mo with a mask on.
Yeah.
A stranger she's probably never recognized.
Longer hair,
Yeah.
by the way.
Longer
Much
hair as
longer
well,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, hello!
Yeah. She genuinely screamed, and
Yeah.
she's like, I think for like a split second, thought they were being robbed.
Yeah.
Which I had a black mask on.
Yeah, even more so.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, sir, why would you only cover half your face if you're
Yeah.
gonna rob me? Like, be
And
smart.
then the husband's like, no, it's okay. So that was really fun.
Yeah, I remember that, man. And then we had the little comedy thing. So I think that definitely was a really bizarre experience. So
that
was
would
pretty
be
cool.
one of the
They were
more
very
bizarre-
good sports about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Yeah, the kids
and
were
then
having a
after
good
that,
time.
like when we were doing our sets in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just like the family, like the
Yeah,
husband, the
sitting
wife,
on the
two
bed.
kids, and just sitting on the bed.
Yeah, watching
It
the show.
genuinely was cool.
Yeah. That was
there,
nice, yeah.
There was a gig that I did in Egypt that was in like an old historical some sort of palace, like a beautiful, almost like Ottoman Empire
okay.
style.
Wow, okay.
So it was a really cool gig.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do very well because I realized last minute they knew that I was an English act, but I'm from Egypt. So to them that was confusing because 100% of the audience were Egyptians.
Oh.
So in their mind there is no reason for me to perform in English. And I think the organizers did not like it was just a regular Arabic show.
Yeah.
And they just kind of threw me on.
Yeah.
But so the level of English in the audience was not that strong.
Dude, you know what's funny? Tim Chan had the exact same experience.
Yeah?
So at the Mercedes-Benz BAM Festival, I
Yeah.
had to run a show, right? And then so they had an English show and then a Cantonese show. The English show was 95% locals.
Yeah.
Okay? I go up there, do my English, whatever. And Tim goes up there with his local English, Chinglish, whatever.
Yeah.
And the audience is also all Chinglish speaking kind of thing.
Right.
And he's up there going like, why the hell, when we all can speak Cantonese, do I have to speak in English?
Exactly.
But I was like, well, buddy, I mean, because that's basically what the show is.
Right.
You have no choice. And it was funny because then the same audience stayed back for the Cantonese show. And Tim decided, I'm going to do the same damn stuff in Cantonese.
In Cantonese,
And so
because he
whoever-
wants it to work.
It wants it
Yeah.
to work, number two. And number two, the audience who didn't really have good proficient English
Yeah.
could now be like, oh, that's what the bit was. Oh, I was
Yeah.
always confused. Like, what does he mean by this word?
Yeah,
Like,
because he would usually open with like, yeah, that's my English.
Yeah.
Like he would say that. And I
Yeah.
imagine him in the English gig and the audience was like, yeah, that's our English
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like,
That's
what's
all
the
our
point?
English. Yeah. Why are you telling me stuff? We all know this.
For me, unfortunately, it was not as good because I don't have an Arabic act.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously, as a professional, you know that like you don't just translate.
Yeah, it doesn't
right.
work that
Like
way,
you,
yeah.
you need to write. Basically, like, if I ever have to write something in Arabic, or if I have to move to the Middle East or whatever and write an Arabic act, I'm basically
Yeah.
starting from scratch.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have better tools as a comedian, but I still have to write, even if I'm translating. It's
Correct.
still obviously there is a lot of
Yeah, 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 yeah.
things that you need to catch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I realized this whole thing
this is
pretty
trouble.
late
Yeah.
when I was like, on stage because
yeah.
and then at some point I just started riffing in Arabic about the venue, and that's when I got them. Because I tried to translate to Arabic, it did not work, and then I said, well, fuck it, let's just like kind of have fun, look around.
Yeah.
So I started riffing on the venue and like I tried making up because I'm so dumb when it comes to like history.
Yeah.
So I started like making up like who was living there and like
Yeah.
what the history was.
Yeah.
So I just ended up being like basically just me telling a bunch of
Commentary. Bunch of
commentary.
Egyptians
Exactly.
about the history where they're all like, this guy knows nothing.
No, not exactly.
Yeah.
So I kind of weaseled my way out of it, but I also went short. After like 7 minutes, I'm like, guys, I have nothing.
Yeah.
I had an act in English.
Yeah.
You guys, and then I think towards the end, I said like, go to better schools or something.
yeah. And they put it like that little tag and they're like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Speaking of school, hey, so when you were studying, did yours, like when I was studying the schools, first of all, there were no comedians back then anyway, so they never invited this kind of entertainment act. The best I remember when I was in school, we actually had Ronald McDonald come to school. And I think they had it was a mixture of a McDonald's thing where they had him do like a little, like before when we watched G.I. Joe and those cartoons, they always have the last little tag at the end, like, hey kids, always try to finish your meal because you remember, without the right food, you don't have the right energy, right? One of those things, right? So I remember Ronald McDonald guy came to the school, did a few magic tricks, and of course I'm in primary school, which means I'm like 7 years old.
Right.
And I'm losing my mind. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a JD, he's a wizard, right? We're all
Is it like
losing.
balloons and stuff?
Balloons, or like like how they have that magic wand that he will blow at and it'll get
that's
hard.
right.
You know, one of the things. And so what he went, okay, everyone, can we all help me blow it so that becomes it becomes straight again. All of us run towards the stage like we're trying to blow up. So that was the closest to an entertainment act we had in school.
And that's which school did you go to in Hong
I
Kong?
went to St. Joseph's Primary School in Wan Chai. It was a Chinese all boys school.
That's your primary.
Primary,
and then
I went to Dallas Asian Boys School, DBS, in secondary. DBS,
Wait, you have there's something in the middle. We have primary.
So primary and secondary. That's it. You go.
Wait,
primary.
we have primary and then so we have basically in my time.
Yeah.
Now it's a little different, but in my time it's 5 primary, 3, which is whatever. What is it called? Not elementary. There is something in the middle.
Sophomore or something.
Yeah, I mean
one
the
of those,
sophomore is like the American equivalent, but whatever the equivalent is.
Middle school, high school, something
middle
like that,
school,
right? Yeah.
basically, sort of. But then there is secondary school, which is high school.
I see,
slash whatever.
that kind of concept. No, we have a basic primary 6 to 12, and then 13 to 18ish is secondary, basically like that.
6 to 12 in age, you're
Yeah, in
saying?
age, yeah.
So 6 to 12, that's how many years? Like
6 years. 6 years.
Oh, so it's 6 and
6
then
and another 6ish.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You
so
get
it's
that.
2. Okay, it's 2
2
not
blocks.
2 blocks, not 3. I
Correct.
got it.
Yeah. So, however, secondary school when I was a teenager, I do not remember ever having any good speaker in the school.
Right.
Probably because there were never any good speakers anyway, and I was just too cool for school anyway. I'm like, what are you gonna tell me that I don't know already?
Right.
Don't do that. I get it. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the most entertaining at best that I could think of, is having these magicians or whatever come to school and kind of do magic tricks and then throw in a few life lessons.
Yeah.
Just like the cards, you have to discover your path. I'm like, okay. Right.
I think this is like, to me, that is just like a first word privilege, like because I went to school. Actually, I also went to. It's not that great. Like it's I might have mentioned it before. I went to like something called an experimental school. So it's like a government funded but like private kind of like privately run.
Oh, okay.
I think you guys have something similar here actually.
I think so. Yeah. Semi-government funded. Yeah.
Exactly. It have some different name, but ours in Egypt's called experimental.
Yeah.
But it's not that great of a school. It also was not in Cairo. It was like in the north, like 2 hours out. 2 hours out.
So you travel every day.
No, I was living there at the time.
Okay,
It was like my family was like hanging out there. So, but then like there was no entertainment that I think of. Actually, we were usually like we're like just entertaining ourselves.
Fair enough.
Like there was no school organized activities.
Yeah.
But we did have like what is like private parties basically.
Yeah.
At school, but a lot of the times we would actually come back because we use the school premises. We'd just come back and bribe the guards and just have our own
pretend
parties.
nothing happened. Oh yeah. Okay,
So either like we bribe the guards to come back into school and play football, or if we have like a party, we use like a school theater, but that's our own parties.
Yeah. Because the space is there anyway. It's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So you never had that. Yeah, I think that's very true. Even back then, maybe we didn't have that many. Nowadays, you have way more. Like I think schools are finding new ways to connect with the audience. I mean, the students, mostly because they probably realize, these textbooks are not working, dude.
Right.
With attention spans shortening every minute, thanks to people putting 20-second stupid comedy clips.
It is crazy to go back to your viral moment a little bit. It's crazy that you now have a thing that's like that closing door thing. It might just like live with you for years, basically.
For sure. I mean, I honestly...
It can be your Gangnam Style.
Yeah. You never know. So
Yeah.
the funny thing is actually, in 2007, when I first started comedy, I put my Cantonese set, the 7-minute set that I did online, and it had a few kind of signature bits. One of the bits is basically I go to the market to buy fruit, right? And when the market guy sees me as being Indian, what they do is they speak in this weird tone Cantonese, imitating me.
Sure.
It's like a white guy going like, oh, hello, my name is like a Uncle Roger kind of thing, right? But the equivalent in Cantonese. So the word for friend is pang yao, but these guys go, hey, pang yao, hey, pang yao, that's
right.
So I made a whole joke about how this guy's like, hey, pang yao, and I'm like, buddy, I speak Cantonese. Don't do that. And he's disappointed in me. He's like, whatever, nobody cares, right? So that bit before honestly became a thing where on the streets I would actually have people go, hey, pang yao!
That's so funny.
Now I would always be confused. I'm like, had they seen the bit?
Right.
Or were they just
Or
racist?
did they actually just be...
You get it?
It's one of these things like which one created the other one.
Exactly, yeah, chicken and egg kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Were they always racist or did I promote that?
Did you write the bit based on their racism? Did they even know?
Yeah, they didn't know.
That's
Exactly.
so funny.
And so I put that bit again on my Instagram because in the beginning I was like, I'm going to take some old bits. And
Is
just
that
put it
the
up there.
really old one that
the
you have
orange
from
background.
Takeout?
Exactly, from
okay.
Takeout, yeah. That's the old
Because
one.
I saw you in Cantonese, but I obviously didn't understand.
So I took that 1-minute bit out of that because it's like a 7-minute set. Obviously Instagram, you can't do 7
And it
minutes,
was also like, it was shot on a calculator.
It was shot in a terrible thing. I had to zoom in like hell.
Oh my God.
All
The
these
quality,
crazy things. The quality.
Yeah, if you're not following, I imagine everyone in Hong Kong is following you now. But if you're not following, go to Vivek's Instagram at Funny Vivek and find that video just for the quality.
Just look at that.
And just like, give him shit in the comments.
Exactly.
About how bad the quality is.
And let me just tell you, Mo, this has been one of those things that I've had to work so hard to accept that this quality, dude. 3 months ago, no way in hell.
Right.
There's no way I would associate myself. I'm like, there's no way I'm posting that quality, right?
Right.
I need like 4K, that stuff.
Yes.
But it is over time with research and humility and self-respect, reflection and stuff, realizing that nobody gives a shit about the quality. And I was like, okay.
You actually you inspired me. Because we're kind of like, maybe this is why we're like-minded in some work ethics, and one of them is the tendency to perfectionism.
Yeah.
But then you finally let go because I think you fully accepted that perfectionism is the enemy of progress.
In a way.
You accepted it more. Like I still acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But I still but we can still do perfectionism, right?
Okay, so I'll tell you this. Okay, we want to really dig into the psyche of the whole thing. Okay, I'll explain to you. I got the video clip. And I sat there and I was like, okay, once this goes online, this is it. This is going to be attached to my brand.
Yeah.
However, what I did is I made sure, because I started studying other people's clips, and I'm like, you know what, how much of this am I watching the video itself? I'm reading the subtitles 90% of the time.
Yes.
I was like, if the subtitles are quality, you wouldn't notice that the video's shit.
Right.
So I use that as a basis. Okay, if I can accept the subtitle quality, the animations, the fonts, and everything, I'm good. Now, let me tell everybody, if you know Chinese characters, the fonts of Chinese characters are very annoying. Because some fonts may not have every character. So for example, the bit about the lift, the word for lift is a slang word called leap. Okay? And leap is not a common written word.
Right.
Which means most fonts don't have that word.
Oh no.
So if you're smart and you watch that Chinese video, you will see there's one particular Chinese character that the font is always fucked up. Because I cannot use the cool funky font because I have to use some other font, and I'm like, So I try to use animation to cover it up and all that. So what I'm trying to say is that I managed to accept the imperfect video by compensating with a perfect subtitle.
Right.
Which is why the subtitles I have, large and small text, animation, stuff like that. And then I look at them like, I can live with that. But buddy, the first video that I put up, when the quality was blurry and everything, I'm like, buddy, this is tough, man.
Yeah.
So I decided, at least let me have the thumbnail look good.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, if I can live with that, I'm good, you know. And then after that, when it started going good, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's not how.
And
I
obviously,
thought.
like people, like if people are finding you through the lift bit, they're
Yeah.
now going back and finding other videos.
Correct. Yeah. So
And-
I highly doubt they're gonna be like, I would have been a fan, but at 1080p,
Yeah.
I can't do this, you know.
I think at some point I will have to accept it as well, because obviously from like seeing what happened with you
Yeah.
makes me like, oh, I should try at least.
Yeah.
But then I did like I took like a couple of days because I also have hard disks of like old sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of stuff that I think qualifies to like be cut to like really small stuff.
Yeah, correct.
Even though our sides are a little different because I tend to tell stories.
Yeah.
But I can still like cut smaller stuff. But then obviously part of it is that like, yeah, oh look, the quality is not that great of the
Dude,
video.
I know, man.
And then the other part, honestly, is just like how, like seeing how much work goes into cutting.
It does, yeah.
Oh my god!
That
But
20
that's obviously
seconds-
that's completely on me. Being
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to put in the work, then I don't.
You don't
Shouldn't
get it.
expect the
Yeah.
results.
So I'll give you an example. That 20-30 second bit took
Yeah.
me, in excluding finding the bits in my archives, which
Sure.
is a waste of goddamn
Right.
time, right? It took me around an hour and a half at least to kind of.
But you're
cut it
already
up.
good with.
I'm already good at it. Yeah, exactly.
no,
I've already
for
experimented.
Me,
Yeah.
I already kind of did like try to put myself.
3 hours,
mentally.
man,
I
easy.
feel like it's gonna take me like
For
3
sure,
4
yeah.
hours.
By the time you get the software loaded and you understand the interface,
And I have a
like, get it.
shitty old computer too.
Dude,
It's just
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the rendering, you're like, oh my god, I want to kill myself. I mean, I will be honest with you. The softwares have improved a lot to help
Yeah.
make it easier, but still, it's not the type where like, do that and it gets it done.
Right.
You know, it's like you actually have to put in the time.
And
and
wait,
effort.
there is nothing we can do. Like, obviously, I would love for our audience, like for the people to just find the clip where it's just like, here, watch the 30-second. I'm not
Yeah,
saying,
I know,
saying
yeah,
watch
no,
the whole
no,
show.
yeah.
Just watch 30 seconds. I'm gonna put regular regular subtitles.
Doesn't work,
I'm
man.
gonna make it accessible and easy.
Yeah.
But I don't have to go like, woo.
Yeah.
over
The subtitles have to pop in your face. You know, the subtitles didn't animate in. You know?
Exactly.
So this is what I learned is that the problem is this. It's kind of like saying we've got 3 shops open next to each other.
Right.
2 of them are like awesome rock and roll, and you're just like, I'll play you some music.
Yeah.
Like, no, I only have this much time here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to those shops instead. Which is a shame. Not to say those shops are better. Much
Yeah.
like saying you go to a comedy club and the room's beautiful and everything, and you go like, I'm gonna go over here. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't.
I mean,
the
that
lineup's
also
good.
speaks to my hypocrisy because I said on the podcast before how short, like how much time I give to videos when I'm
Yeah,
following
yeah,
Instagram.
exactly, yeah.
I said that.
You wouldn't- yeah, exactly.
No, I wouldn't. I'm
Yeah.
like, you have 5 seconds, buddy.
Yeah, you better impress me,
You
buddy.
better impress me. And now look at me on the other side. I'm like, can you give me a minute?
Exactly, dude. I've had to come to terms with that as well. Where I'm just like, but why wouldn't you give me a minute? Trust me,
Exactly.
I'm good. They're like, buddy, everyone says they're good. I'm like, all right, I get it,
man.
I get it. It's terrible. So like, yeah, there's a lot of stupid. I mean, honestly, the research annoyed me.
Yeah?
Because I was like, so now I have a great product, but if I don't get you in the first 5 seconds,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
care. I'm like, you fucking idiots. You know, this is not how the world works. You know,
Yeah.
but I'm like, okay, I get it. With Instagram, so that's what I learned. There's a different dynamic. Okay, Instagram people are there for that quick buzz. They're like, dude, 5-10 seconds is the max I'm giving you. And I actually did look at my insights, and the average time my 20-second bit held was around 13-14 seconds of
Oh
people's
my god.
attention.
They
Like,
didn't even finish
they
the
didn't
bit.
even finish it. Yeah.
Oh my god. They just
Yeah.
got that little bump.
Once you get that one punch, boom, we're out.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh,
I mean,
interesting.
again, crazy because I do exactly the same.
Right?
That's just like, that's
Yeah.
how we use the app.
I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I learned, I'm like, okay,
But
with
we
that one-
want people to just like sit through our stuff, like, or go on YouTube or
Here's
like,
the
hey, can you watch
yeah.
a 5-minute story?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So YouTube, you can, because people usually watch YouTube with sound, with the intention to
True.
sit and watch something.
Yeah.
Instagram, and I checked the statistics. 85% people no sound.
Yes,
It's all
which is why subtitles are so
Yeah.
important.
Which is why, and also the subtitles, they're on a small phone.
Sure.
The screen's small, so the subtitles not like in your face. Bang.
Right,
They're
right,
like,
right.
I'm not squinting, buddy. It's
Yeah.
not happening. And I'm like, oh, and then not on that, and not just that. I was researching where like if the subtitles do not catch your attention, where you give me a whole sentence that I'm gonna move my eyeballs, not happening either.
It's just like that. The next generation, or I guess our generation, is just like completely screwed.
Dude, they would not know how to look left or right.
No.
They're like, is the car coming in front of me?
Yeah.
No, I'm crossing the road.
Oh my god.
It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen. Like and like they will only cross a road that doesn't take more than 10 seconds to cross.
Right.
Like for example, like let's say the big road in Causeway Bay
Yeah.
from Sogo side.
Right,
That's
yeah,
a
the
good
other-
like 20-second walk.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't do it all in one go. I'm gonna cross halfway and stop and check my phone.
Yeah.
And then I'll cross again later on.
Oh my
It's gonna
God.
happen, man. No one's gonna ever change the platform in the North Point station to go to the other line because like it's too far. I'm just gonna. I gotta take a bus.
Yeah,
now.
imagine like crossing like Shibuya, for example.
Dude,
Yeah.
no one's gonna ever take the ferry again because the ferry, when they open that gate to walk down to the ferry,
Yeah.
that's a good 10 seconds. And then to get onto the gangway, onto the ferry, they're like, yeah, not happening, buddy. You lost me at 7.
Exactly.
yeah, they just turn back and go back out. Like,
God,
yeah, I
so
get it.
everything basically has to be in like 7 to 10 seconds increments.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is why I believe in virtual reality because that's going to be able to take us into a world where we can skip all those
That's right.
mundane walks.
Yeah.
We're not going to go anywhere. We're literally going to be in the Matrix. We're just like lying in a bed, but we're going to have a great life of heavy efficiency.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing's going to happen, but we're going to be super efficient about
Yeah,
it.
because it's basically you're saying that the entire world is going to be like Hong Kong.
For sure.
Where everyone's just rushing everywhere.
Yeah.
And no one wants to waste any time at all.
Correct, yeah. No
I
one's
mean-
going to galleries. The
Yeah.
galleries come to them. Stuff like that. You know, it's ridiculous.
But then, you know, this again, me being old or pushing back is like, I'm thinking now, if stand up in virtual reality is gonna become a thing, I'm
Yeah.
quitting. I'm like, that's it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not fucking signing up
Dude,
for
I
this.
guarantee stand-up in virtual reality is going to be a thing, but I believe in the technology where it's like silent disco.
Right.
Okay? The technology is going to be good enough where you kind of have still a very, very, very similar experience,
Sure.
but still in your head, you're like, this is so stupid.
I know. Yeah.
We could literally be in that room doing it,
Yeah.
like performing, but we decided, no, I don't want to even leave my house.
yeah.
But I want to be there, It's like,
It's the
oh,
same thing
God.
like when we did the Zoom shows and how
Yeah.
awful they were.
Yeah, for sure.
But like at least at the time, if we speak to each other, we might kill each other.
Correct,
By
yeah.
just breathing.
Yeah.
So I guess makes sense.
Compromise, sure, yeah.
But then when you have no excuse, but you want to sit on your ass on
Yeah.
the couch
Yeah.
to watch some guy, like, come on.
And the problem is this. Normally at comedy club, you get all sorts of personalities. Now, we
Yeah.
all know with virtual reality, everyone's going to have these different characters, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to have that one guy who comes in with that stupid outfit. And he
Yep.
purposely, hey, man, what are we doing tonight virtually?
Yeah.
Comedy show. Oh, dude, I got this new upgrade where it's like a 70s upgrade for $6.99. I
Yeah,
can get this outfit,
yeah,
right?
because it's the same thing as like a hack. He's trying to steal attention.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he'll be over there and then he'll have some stupid upgrade function that he bought for, I'm sure with the whole VR thing, there's going to be someone who's cashing in like, oh, you get to hire this particular outfit for 30 minutes
Right.
for $10 US,
Yeah.
And then they get to wear that and they immediately, while the show's going on, they're using a credit card to buy another outfit.
Yeah.
And they swapped into another outfit. You're like, what the hell, man? I was just making fun of your outfit and you swapped
Yeah.
it. You can't
Yeah.
do that, dude. Like, who's changing? What is it? What is it? America's Got Talent? Quick change? What's
Right.
happening over here?
Yeah.
It's gonna be so unfair because like people are gonna hack the physics dynamics,
Mm.
and you're gonna have like America's Got Talent virtual reality where it's just like
Oh, yeah, that would
ridiculous
be so
stunts.
cool.
You're like, that's not real.
Yeah.
They're like, I know that is not real.
Yeah.
We know that's not
None
real.
of this is.
None of this
Yeah.
is, dude. Have you not seen what's going on?
Yeah.
And like you're gonna be so confused. People are just like when they actually do leave their houses, they're gonna look at the world going like, whoa.
Well, this simulation is too realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is way too much for me,
Yeah.
man. I can absorb this much information.
Yeah. This is just like imagine like trying to like touch people thinking they're not real and then
Correct. Yeah,
just
yeah.
grabbing them. You're like,
exactly.
hey, wait
yeah,
a second.
Exactly. It's like it's gonna be one of these weird things, man.
I mean, yeah, that's probably like in our lifetime. I
For
think.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be the old guys going like, these damn kids with their VR. Oh, we're gonna call
That's
it
me, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna call it VER. We're not gonna. We don't even
Yeah.
know it's called VR. We're like, VER is
Yeah.
what's the VER?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But hopefully before that, we do enough in-person gigs that at least we'll have a good memory to talk about.
That's right.
You
And
know.
speaking of in-person gig, I have an announcement. I'm going next month, June 20th. I'm going to Singapore.
Hey.
First gig outside of Hong Kong since COVID, basically.
Uh-huh.
I used to tour extensively every year, especially over the summer period. So I actually this time is not going to be a full-on tour, but I'm just kind of like dipping my toes back into the game of doing gigs outside. And I'm very excited to announce a gig at Comedy Masala, which is 69 Circular Road
Yeah.
in Singapore.
Yeah.
And the early birds tickets already sold out.
Hey.
So we went on sale a couple of days ago at the time of the recording. Early bird tickets gone. I do have a bunch of friends in Singapore
Yeah.
who were excited to see me. And shout out to my buddy Laura, who is just like a human magnet to other people
to come to shows. Yeah.
in terms of just like awesomeness. Like she just moved to Singapore less than a year ago, and she just meets everybody. She's very, very, very social.
Yeah.
So she actually helped me sell a lot of tickets. She wasn't like she just like got groups of friends to come to the show.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
Laura, shout out. Thank you so much for all the help. I do have a bunch of other friends, and I also have some following in Singapore from being there a few times.
Yeah.
So yeah, tickets are going. I can confidently say, not a marketing gimmick, but tickets are going fast, and the room capacity is about 120 or something.
I remember, yeah,
like completely
at Heroes,
maxed
right?
out.
Yeah.
At Heroes. And I think maybe we're halfway through now, so we're still a month out. So if you plan to come to the gig, the tickets are link is in the description below. Do come, especially obviously if you're a podcast listener in Singapore, and we do have a few. Come say hi. It'll be really cool. June 20th, me performing live in Singapore at Comedy Masala, Heroes Bar.
And you can, if you want, actually go to the airport on June 20th when Mo arrives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and have a sign, be like, Mo! Create some hype.
Damn, if you want to do that, find me on Instagram at the other Muhammad. I will send you my flight details.
That's so cool.
I've already said every address I lived in Hong Kong.
So why
I
not?
said it publicly.
Yeah.
I will give you my flight details. I don't give a shit.
I tell you what they should do, right?
Yeah.
If they're willing to pick you up at the airport, you are willing to use your little duty-free quota.
Oh yeah, that's
and you'll get
completely
something
fair
for them. Fair enough, right?
Yeah, completely fair.
If you pick Mo up from the airport, of course you should include the transportation. Don't be so cheap and be like, all right, Mo, take me back.
Yeah.
But if you need, he will go to the duty-free shop.
Absolutely.
Buy that whatever one little alcohol drink
pack
you
of
want,
cigarettes or something.
whatever you need, and he'll give it to you.
Absolutely.
That sounds good, dude.
Looking forward to meeting you guys in Singapore. Looking forward to traveling again to do shows. This will be really exciting. What do you have coming up?
For me, basically, I have when this airs. Actually, I already finished the Dan Ryan's gig, the Cantonese Dan Ryan's show.
Right.
I'm trying to work on maybe doing my solo show again.
Nice.
In another little small lounge. Because like last time I did it at Heath, and it was basically so. The last time I did my solo show after coming back from Melbourne, I went to this really raw, rough basement in Shim Sa Tsui side, and I was like, let's go really raw. Like I'm talking, the walls are kind of like this little chalky and dusty.
Right.
And I was like, I want a simple stage, one spotlight, one mic, speakers. That's it.
Sure.
And the idea was to kind of like the audience go like, guys, look at what's going on right now. This is like the rawest of raw venues you can get. We all came together, had a good time. So don't give me all this shit like, oh, I can't do all this because of my life. Then I was like, I want to do a show. Let's do a show.
Yeah.
But this time I'm going to reverse it. Go to a cabaret style place. We have small little tables. I'll announce it on my Instagram, which
Very
you
cool.
should be following by now.
Yes.
Right? And then I'll let you know. Come on down and check out the show. You'll get to hear my Melbourne bits in English.
Nice.
Because I'll be doing it all in English as well in
Yeah.
Hong Kong. I did it last time as well at the Heath show as well.
Right.
So I have that coming up. I believe I've spoken to Come to HK. I think we're going to do Base Hall as well. I think June 22nd. I'm
Yes, you're
performing
on
over
June
there.
22nd.
Yeah, so I have that one as well. And Jason Leong's coming to Hong Kong. If you want to check it out, June 17th, his 8 p.m. show is completely sold out.
Amazing.
His 4 p.m. show has, I think, right now 112 tickets left only to go.
And that's actually to close it out, to kind of bring it back to the beginning of the episode. That's, I believe, Jason obviously has fans here, but also I believe that's also because of viral video that people keep sending to each other. So I got that from that video from my lawyer.
Oh,
yes, who knows I'm involved in comedy, but he's sending it to me because it's just going around.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I know Jason. He doesn't know Jason is coming here. He just sent me the bit. It's like, this guy's amazing. It's crazy how, like, again, viral video. And that video completely blew up. I have many local friends who say it's doing the rounds in the family chats.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. I've had one relative who also messaged me who had seen Jason before. He's like, oh, man, look at this. He's doing a Hong Kong bit. I'm like, buddy, you should have heard that bit before. You paid attention. So that's actually from Jason's Netflix special. He was allowed to cut that clip out and use it.
That's cool.
So yeah, exactly. So I think honestly, I think we both have kind of underestimated social media.
Definitely.
But I think we also have to take a moment because like it's really, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm getting that old age thing.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy. I'm like, buddy, trust me, it's not as simple as just that.
No.
There's a lot more to it.
Yep.
For us at our age, that old dog new trick kind of thing, I'm like, buddy, trust me, it takes a little while for me to get used to it. Yeah. So it's a matter of time embracing. So hopefully this time next year, you never know. Me and Mo might be like flown first class around the world.
Yeah.
Just to go somewhere and do the podcast recording in their venue.
Yep.
You never know. It might happen, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Very cool. It's very cool to see the live shows coming back. We have exciting things coming up. Singapore, Jason Leong, Base Hall, all of this stuff. So yeah, follow both of us. Thanks for all the support on the podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.